Der Weltraum. Unendliche Weiten. Wir befinden uns in einer fernen Zukunft. Dies sind die Abenteuer des neuen Raumschiffs Dawn, das viele Lichtjahre von zu Hause entfernt ist, um fremde Welten zu entdecken, unbekannte Lebensformen und neue Zivilisationen. Die Dawn dringt dabei in Galaxien vor, die noch nie ein Jem'Hadar zuvor gesehen hat.
The Alliance has agreed to a summit meeting with us to discuss the return of the Herc and what can be done to prevent their aggression from devastating all 4 galactic quadrants. Despite recent events, they've agreed to host the summit at Deep Space Nine. I'm not surprised. None of the galactic powers are comfortable hosting a Dominion fleet deep within their territory. Meet with me at DS9 prior to the beginning of the summit. I'd like to discuss our options.
Ja, da wollen wir das doch tun. Was bekommen wir dafür? Erfahrung, dies, das, Delizium. Ja, wir akzeptieren natürlich.
If you'll excuse me.
Aber natürlich. Okay, Deep Space Nine ist unser Ziel. Dann wollen wir beginnen. Sturmwolken ziehen auf. Das sagt nichts, ich darf lesen, okay. Wir haben den Norios-Gürtel erreicht, erster. Ich erfasse mehrere zivile Schiffe und die Flaggschiffe der Teilnehmer auf den Sensoren. Die Station ist immer noch von dem kürzlichen Angriff beschädigt, doch die kritischen Systeme scheinen repariert zu sein. Ihre Schadenskontrollteams müssen Überstunden gemacht haben. In der Tat, Steuermann, bringen Sie uns zur Station.
Please, we're low on fuel and supplies. We need help badly.
Ja, wir kommen.
Come on. The High Council has announced several challenges to the Empire, worthy of a warrior such as yourself. Would you like to review them?
Ja, bleib mal entspannt. Ich bin doch nur hier ein Reisender. Ich darf nicht mal schnell fliegen. Okay, wir machen hier ganz entspannt. Ab zur Deep Space. Nein. Die große Schwester von Deep Space. Ja.
This is Station Control. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. Your docking clearance has been authorized. Several of our docking facilities were damaged in the recent conflict. Please proceed to the provided coordinates.
Aber selbstverständlich.
Also, Captain Nog is waiting to meet with you on the promenade at your earliest convenience. Enjoy your stay here at the station.
Das werde ich. Dann docken wir mal an. Ein Außenteam wird sich bereithalten, während Sie am Gipfeltreffen teilnehmen, Erster. Sind Sie bereit, zur Station zu beamen? Ich bin bereit. Beam mich runter, nicht Scotty.
Hello. I've been assigned to assist you here on the station. The leaders of the 4 major delegations have asked to meet with you prior to the summit meeting. Their offices are located here on the promenade.
In Ordnung, Captain. Der gute kleine Nog. Okay, wir haben so den ein oder anderen hier so. Ja. Prokonsul, Kanzler, Botschafter und Admiral. Okay, es sind ein paar. Gab es ja nicht auch sowas wie eine Map? Jetzt gab es sowas wie eine Map. Wo bin ich? Ich bin da. Also wäre rechts am besten und dann so rum. Okay. Machen wir.
Admiral Quinn's office is behind those doors.
Das ist schön. Hallo, Admiral.
The results of this summit could have long-lasting effects. A number of our allies, especially the Klingons, consider the Herc to be a Dominion problem. The Federation sees this as a chance to improve relations with your people. Having allies in the Gamma Quadrant instead of enemies would be a great step toward galactic peace.
Verstanden. Mehr ist nicht zu sagen, okay. Scheint mich nur informieren zu wollen. Ne, wir wollen mal hier lang.
Ambassador Odo is here, coordinating security efforts.
Okay, für die Sicherheitskräfte, das wissen wir ja. Also, naja, viele werden es wissen.
It's important to win the hearts and minds here. Many of the summit attendees, particularly the Klingons, consider the Herc to be our problem and our problem alone. It's up to us to convince them otherwise. If we don't stand together, the Herc will ravage every civilization, one by one, throughout the galaxy.
Wie Sie befehlen, Gründer. Okay, okay. Was mich gerade ein bisschen stört. Wo haben wir es denn? Da. Die Musik kommt mir ein bisschen laut vor. Die darf ruhig etwas entspannter sein. Nehmen wir die Umgebungsgeräusche auch mal noch ein Stück runter. Das ist eigentlich okay. Gut. Sollte okay sein, hoffe ich. Mal so. Ja, ab zum nächsten. Tag, liebe Leute. Oh, er ist wohin gefallen? Ja, okay. Was habe ich jetzt eigentlich hier? Ah, okay. Die müsste ich auch mal... ich bin einfach ganz dreist. Ich gucke jetzt gar nicht großartig, was die machen. Ich setze die meisten mal auf Automatik. Soweit ich kann. Den kann ich nicht auf Automatik setzen und den auch nicht. Achso, damit kann ich mich tarnen. Ja. Na, okay, passt schon. Was haben wir hier? Zack, 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 zack. Der geht nicht. Zack. Okay. Nur mal so fix. Hier irgendwo? Da muss er sein.
Chancellor Jempok has an office here.
Wow, das hätte ich jetzt nicht gedacht. So, Kanzler.
I would not hope for aid from the Empire, Jim Hadar. Most of the High Council see the Herc purely as a Dominion problem. There are others, such as Martok, who see that position as dishonorable. If they want to fight the war of their ancestors, so be it. But they will be doing so without the Empire. The same could be said for our allies, should they side with you.
Okay, hab verstanden, Kanzler.
Here is Proconsul Deton's office.
Aha. Ich jetzt auch nicht gewusst. Prokonsul.
This summit may be difficult. While the Federation will see a path toward peace, I suspect the Klingons will feel the opposite. There is no love lost between them and your people, or the Herc for that matter. The Republic position is one of pragmatism. The Herc are a threat no one can ignore, regardless of what quadrant their home lies in.
Verstanden, Prokonsul.
There are several Alpha Quadrant leaders here for the summit. Kai Kira of Bajor, Counselor Garrick of Cardassia, and my father, Ferengi Grand Nagus Rom. I recommend meeting with them as well. Their worlds will be on the front line if the Herc launch a full invasion into this quadrant.
Ja, in Ordnung, Captain. Das ist natürlich toll. Ich gehe jetzt erstmal quasi rum und lass mir erstmal von jedem seine eigene Meinung aufdrücken. Okay. Die mich aber wenig interessiert. Hi, Counselor.
Hello there. I take it you're not here to update your ensemble. Though if you'd like a few suggestions, I'd be happy to provide some. In the meantime, let's talk about serious business, shall we? I'm sure you'd like to know Cardassia's position on the Herc problem. It's simple, really. They're a menace, and one we should deal with swiftly.
Sprich weiter.
Surprised? Don't be. Cardassia was recently attacked by the Herc. We'd have fared poorly without help from our neighbors. Even the Lucari and the Ferengi offered a hand. There's no love for the Dominion on Cardassia, but we know that we're next if you fall to the Herc. And so, we're ready to be good neighbors.
Das war mal Ihr Laden?
Once upon a time, when I was but a tailor. That was before plain, simple Garrick became a member of the Detapa Council, of course. Before the Reconstruction and the Iconian War and the Herc. While I'm proud of the work I've done for Cardassia over the years, there's a part of me that yearns to be here once more. To be just a tailor, just Garrick.
Okay, die Antwort darauf ist ein bisschen eigenwillig. Wir gehen dorthin, wo wir gebraucht werden. Aber ja, wir gehen halt dorthin, wo wir gebraucht werden.
Will there be anything else?
Nicht so richtig. Nichts im Moment. Vielen Dank. Next.
My father is in my uncle's bar. Hard to believe he used to work there, huh?
Ganz witzig. Ein großer Nagus Rum.
I was wondering when you'd come along. I'm guessing you're here to talk about the Herc and what we want to do about them. It's no secret that the Ferengi aren't a military powerhouse like the Klingons. Most of the time, we'd be happy to make a tidy profit from all of this, and as far away from it as possible. That changed when the Herc attacked Ferenginar.
Erzähl
We would
weiter.
have been wiped out without help. And we didn't get it from Starfleet or the Klingons. We got it from the Lucari and the Cardassians. Even a few not cool ships showed up to fight. That showed us that this is everyone's fight, big or small. So we're in. And if the 34th rule of acquisition comes into play, well...
Wenn egal welche Erwerbsregel von euch ins Spiel kommt, ist das so eine Sache. Wie haben Sie Ihre Folge überredet?
It wasn't easy, believe me. I've managed to get the board of liquidators with us, for now. Most of them see the potential for incredible profit. Alliance defense contracts can be very lucrative. The rest, well, let's just say their self-preservation instincts are strong. They'd rather fight with the Alliance than stand alone. The Herc have me thinking about adding a new rule of acquisition. If they can't be bought, get ready to fight!
Interessante Erwerbsregel, okay, das scheint angebracht hinsichtlich der Herc.
It wasn't easy, believe me.
Ich hab noch einmal gedrückt. Das scheint immer noch angebracht.
Have another question?
Nee, im Moment nicht, nein. Danke für das tolle Gespräch.
I believe the Kai is here, in the Bajoran Temple.
Ah. Hallo, Kai Kira Nerja.
Hello there. I'm a little surprised to see a Jemadar here. I figured Odo would have come himself to find out where Bajor stands. I can tell you we're worried. If you fall, the Herc will come here, and we'll be the first to face them, so Bajor stands ready. We'll do what we can to stop them, even if that means joining forces with the Dominion.
Das ist richtig. Unser Kampf ist auch ihrer.
There's something else I should mention. I've experienced visions recently, a sign from the prophets. I see a place I've been before, a world beyond the grip of death. It's the home of a former Kai, and it's in the Dominion. I should also mention that I've seen you in this vision as well. I believe we're going to take a journey together soon.
Du solltest weniger komische Dämpfe einatmen. Dann ist das auch mit den Visionen jetzt nicht so. Was ist mit ihren Pflichten als Kai?
As Kai, I'm obligated to serve the will of the prophets. Doing so leads me to many places, not just Bajor. That can be difficult, especially in times of war. There's been a lot of that in the last few years. First the Dominion, then the Klingons, the Iconians, and now the Hurk. There are times when I wonder how Ben Sisko managed during the Dominion War, and he was the emissary. I've tried to follow his example whenever possible, but it's been a challenge.
Kein Zweifel.
Something else on your mind?
Nee. Im Moment nicht.
The Alliance has asked a number of special consultants to attend the summit. I know each of them well, and I can vouch for their knowledge and skill. Even my Uncle Quark. Despite his reputation, his knowledge of the Gamma Quadrant is valuable. Just don't mention Latinum in the discussion, or the value of his information could rise considerably.
Ja, verstanden. Ja, okay, reden wir mit den nächsten Leuten. Wir fangen mal hier an. Hallo, Dr. Julian Basher.
Ah, hello there. Nice to meet you. Dr. Julian Bashir, recently recommissioned Starfleet officer at your service. Can't say I was expecting to see a Jem Hadar here today. We're doing what we can to get things in order after that business with the Zenkethi and the Hurk. The station took quite a beating. Worse than I saw during the Dominion War. We're still treating casualties, and it looks like we'll be seeing more soon. A lot more.
Ja.
The situation is compounded by the presence of civilians, both local and from other systems, even the Dominion. We have a number of refugees from the Gamma Quadrant on the station, and more are on the way. Clearly, the sooner we can solve the Hurk dilemma, the better. We'll be beyond our capacity to help the refugees soon, as will Bajor.
Ich frage mich, warum wir eigentlich das Gipfeltreffen noch brauchen. Wir reden doch jetzt schon alle so ein bisschen irgendwie, naja. Erstmal egal. Kürzlich wieder angestellt. Sie haben die Sternflotte verlassen?
I mustered out some time ago to start a private practice on True. Since then, I've worked on special projects for Starfleet from time to time as a consultant. Even managed to start a family. Needless to say, I wasn't initially thrilled with the idea of putting the uniform on again. Still, it's very hard to say no to Kai Kira and Captain Dax. And so here I am, back on the front of an interstellar conflict. Here's hoping it's a brief one.
Wünschenswert, aber unwahrscheinlich.
Something on your mind?
Ja, alles gut, momentan nichts. Next. Leta und Quark sind noch dran. Leta, ihr seid alle in der Bar? In der Tat. Ich hätte gleich mit dir sprechen können, als ich hier bei Rom war.
Hello. Oh, it's been a while since I've been in this place. I can't believe Quark still has that hollow me in here. It's a little embarrassing, to be honest. I wish we were all here under better circumstances. Then again, DS9's always been a trouble magnet. I guess peace is a little too much to ask for around here.
Ja, das kann gut sein.
My husband is risking a lot of capital, political and otherwise, by choosing to get involved with all of this. Fortunately, he's the best Grand Nagus to come around in a long time. The best ever, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm pretty biased on that point. Look, if I were this mirror version of me I've been hearing so much about, I'd have a lot more tactical advice to offer. As it is, my advice to you is this. Take a look around. Think about all the civilians, the refugees, people who are depending on you to protect them. Think about the best way you can do that, if you can. That's what I'd do if I were in your shoes. Boots, whatever.
Ja klar, aber erzähl mir mal was über Spiegelversion.
Yeah, in that alternate universe where good people are evil and vice versa, turns out the evil version of me is an admiral there. Real piece of work. Wears lots of leather, carries a whip. Oh, and she's in command of the evil Enterprise. I found out about her from my husband's information gathering specialists. Never hurts to be well informed, right? Rule of acquisition number 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
Oder Regel Nummer 74. Wissen ist gleich Profit.
Was there something else?
Nein, danke. Alles gut. So, Quark, da bist du ja. Ich hätte gern einen Quark.
Don't suppose you're here for a drink? Holosuite? Dabo? Can't blame me for trying to find profit while I can. My fool of a brother, the Nagus, seems hell-bent on getting the Ferengi into this mess. Not a lot of profit in fighting the Herc, 34th rule or not. You can't spend your money when you're dead.
Das ist so falsch nicht.
If you ask me, we'd be better off sealing that wormhole and saying goodbye to the Herc and the Dominion forever. I'd miss the Tullaberry wine, but I'd get over it. But seeing how that'll never happen, especially as long as Kira's still breathing, I suppose I'll have to dig in like everyone else. You know what the worst part of this mess is? Your boss, Odo. He's back like some kind of ghost haunting me. I must be cursed.
Ich habe gehört, dass Sie einen Mond besitzen.
I do. And I'd be there, enjoying myself. If it weren't for the Grand Nagus. Brother or not, I wanted nothing to do with this until he put Lucari terraforming tech on the table. Couldn't pass that up. It'll cut biosphere renovation costs on my moon by 70%. Even with Odo here, and a billion Herc trying to demolish everything in sight, there's profit in the wind. Might finally land that exclusive Tullaberry export contract I've been dreaming about for 40 years.
Vorausgesetzt, die Herc fressen nicht alle Tullabeeren.
Can I get you something?
Nein, ich brauche gerade nichts weiter.
There's a number of refugee groups here on the promenade.
Okay. Sprechen wir mit den nächsten. Flüchtlingsgroup. Hi.
A Jem'Hadar? Here? Where were you when we needed you most? When the Herc came, we sent distress calls, but no Jem'Hadar came. The Founders didn't save us. Only a few of us managed to get away on ships before the Herc closed in. Word of the Bajorans and their faith reached us after the war ended. Their stories about one of their spiritual leaders. She came to the worst of us, on our prison moon, to bring the wisdom of the prophets. So, when the Herc came, we decided to come here, through the Celestial Temple, to seek deliverance. If our old gods won't listen to us, perhaps Kai Kira and the prophets will.
Sich von den Gründern abzuwenden, ist nicht weise, Fräulein. Wer bist denn du? Gerimanischer Flüchtling. Oh, jetzt hängt die aber durch. Nur weil ich da bin? Das finde ich nicht nett.
Are you surprised seeing Karemans here on a Federation station? That's how bad it is back home. We had to come to the Federation to find safe haven. There's nothing for us in the Dominion. Not anymore. That's right. Your gods abandoned us to the Herc and left us to fend for ourselves when the invasion got rough. It's no wonder there's talk about rebellion on Karema and many other worlds besides.
Okay.
And now, here you are, just like us, asking the Alliance for help. Don't be surprised if they refuse. People here still remember the war and what you, Jem'Hadar, did to this quadrant. You ask me? It'd be justice if they turned their backs on you, just like you did to us.
Vertrauen Sie den Gründern, sie werden Ihnen helfen.
The summit will begin soon, First. Transmit your report to me for review.
Ja, aber selbstverständlich. Bericht wird übermittelt.
The Federation and Klingon positions were predictable. I'm surprised the others aren't sitting it out, particularly the Ferengi. They're usually more interested in saving their own skins, after all. Interesting that Dominion citizens are traveling here for safety. We'll have to do something to assist Starfleet and the Bajorans on this. That's all for now, First. Report to me in the conference room when you arrive.
So soll es sein, Gründer. Okay. Hier sind die Aufzüge, da drüben auch nochmal 2. Okay, ja, dann Konferenzraum, ne? Sind offensichtlich alle da. Gründer.
What a surprise. Everyone's here and no one started shooting. Quite a commendable level of restraint. See if you can keep it that way. Take a moment to get settled. Speak with the others. Things will be serious soon enough.
Jawohl, Gründer. Aha. General Matok.
I envy you, Jem'Hadar. You have had the honor of fighting the Herc to defend your home as a warrior born. Jem'Pak is not willing to face the truth. There are Klingons who fear the Herc, hiding behind politics and rules. Grethar waits for their worthless souls. Know this. There are still Klingons who know where their blades belong. We will not dishonor our ancestors and ignore the Herc. We will fight them to our dying breath in the name of Kahless and the Empire.
Wie Sie sagen, Kapla. So. Haben wir noch ein paar? Machen wir Platz hier? Ey, ja, mit dir rede ich mal zum Schluss. Bist mein Chef. Wen haben wir denn hier? Captain Kumark. Wie auch immer.
Hello. I have high hopes for this summit. Many worlds in this quadrant have been attacked by the Herc, including my own. We must all realize that without the Dominion, the Herc will wreak havoc throughout all quadrants, and we will all suffer.
In der Tat.
I can't help but think that there's a path to a peaceful resolution in all of this. There's got to be some way to end this madness before more lives are lost.
Vielleicht gibt es ja einen. Möglicherweise. Kai?
Hello again. I spoke with Odo about the vision we discussed. He's agreed to clear a mission to the old sector. Opaka, the former Kai I mentioned, lives there now.
Beinhaltet das Ihre Visionen?
I believe so, yes. The Kai has a condition that has prevented her from leaving until now. Odo has provided us with data that could lead to a cure. If there's a chance, I'm willing to take it. Her wisdom could help us all greatly. I realize this is a lot to take in, but I hope I can count on your help when the time comes.
Es ist der Wille der Gründer. Ich werde gehen. Ray?